My name is Laura. I am 29 years old and I live in a small town called Greenwood. I am married to a man named Daniel. He is 32 years old and we have been together for 6 years. Daniel is a very calm and kind person. He never shouts and he never speaks badly to me. When I feel tired or sad, he always sits next to me and listens carefully. When I am sick, he cooks simple food and brings medicine. He always tries to make my life easier. Daniel works as a mechanic in a small garage in our town. Every morning he wakes up before the sun rises, and he leaves the apartment quietly so he does not wake me. He repairs cars all day long. His hands are always dirty from oil and dust, but he never complains. When he comes home, he smiles even if he is tired. Daniel earns about $2,400 every month. It is not a lot of money, but he works very hard for it. I also work. I have an office job in a small company, and I earn about $5,300 every month. I earn more than Daniel, and sometimes this makes him feel uncomfortable. I always tell him not to worry about it, but deep inside, I sometimes feel frustrated. Many of my friends have bigger houses and nicer cars. They go on vacations and buy expensive clothes. When I look at their pictures online, I start comparing my life with theirs. Slowly, this comparison begins to change the way I think. Sometimes when Daniel comes home, I say things that are not kind. I say things like, "Other husbands buy their wives jewelry," or "Other couples already own a house." Daniel usually stays quiet when I say these things. He only nods and changes the subject, but I can see the sadness in his eyes. Daniel also sends money to his parents every month. His father is old and cannot work anymore, and his mother has health problems. Every month he sends them about $1,000. After that, he gives the rest of his salary to me to help with our expenses. Even though he tries his best, I still feel that our life is not good enough. One evening, Daniel comes home very late. I ask him where he has been. He tells me he spent the evening looking for another job. He says he wants to earn more money for our future. I feel hopeful and ask if he found something, but he says not yet. He promises he will continue looking. A few days later, Daniel begins waking up even earlier than usual. One morning, I notice he is leaving the house while it is still dark outside. When he returns home, it is almost midnight. I ask him what happened, and he tells me he found a second job in a small restaurant. At night, he washes dishes and cleans the kitchen. He says he will earn about $2,000 more each month. At first, I feel excited because this means we will have more money. Daniel now works 2 jobs every day. During the day, he repairs cars, and at night he works in the restaurant kitchen. He sleeps only a few hours each night. I begin to notice changes. Daniel becomes thinner and more tired. His face looks pale and his hands sometimes shake when he drinks water. One night, he arrives home very slowly. He tries to walk to the chair, but suddenly he falls to the floor. I panic and run to him. He says he feels very weak and dizzy. I immediately call an ambulance and we go to the hospital. After several tests, the doctor tells me Daniel is extremely exhausted. The doctor says his body cannot continue like this, and he needs rest immediately. When I hear this, my heart fills with guilt. I sit next to Daniel's bed and start crying. I remember every time I complained about money and every time I compared him to other men. Daniel opens his eyes slowly and sees me crying. Even in that moment, he smiles gently. He tells me not to cry and says he only wanted to give me a better life. Those words break my heart. I hold his hand and tell him I am sorry for everything I said before. I tell him that I understand now what truly matters. A big house and expensive things are not more important than health and love. Daniel squeezes my hand and says that he only wanted me to be happy. At that moment, I realize something important. A good husband is not the one who earns the most money. A good husband is the one who respects you, supports you, and stays by your side in difficult times. Daniel has always been that person. I tell him we do not need luxury or expensive cars. We only need a peaceful life together. Daniel smiles and says he loves me. I smile back and say I love him too. In that quiet hospital room, I finally understand that real happiness does not come from money. It comes from love, patience, and appreciation for the people who truly care about us.